Hey guys, it's the Deej. I can't believe you're back after all this time, after I've been screaming at you. Okay, I'm glad you did though, because this is where the money is. This is where you're really going to take it yourself so you can dominate your marketplace. Because this is what happens. Over the past few years, I've sold thousands, multiple thousands of cold calling scripts. I understand that people want to get cold calling scripts, and I do it. And I include a lot of those in this program that I'm talking about here. But the scripts is just part of it, because what happens is you make enough scripts, you talk to enough people, you're going to get enough contacts. Once you get these contacts, everybody says, now what do I do with them? Now what happens to them? And so they start, I'll send them an email, and then they send them another email, and then they fall away. And then maybe I'll call them in 2 weeks, and then they fall away, and you wind up with a pile of names that you've completely forgotten about, sometimes for years. I go into businesses that I work in right now. The first thing we do to jump up somebody's business is not see how to get new clients. That's expensive to get new clients. The thing is, you just go to your own database and you start mining from there. And a lot of times you can double and triple your amount of revenue just working your current base. And that's really what this second part is. When I say pipeline, what the pipeline is all those names, all the contacts that you have, your entire database of people that you may have done business with in the past or pitched in the past and not gotten, and new people that come in through your calling efforts and all that. All those go into that funnel and then come down in something called an automation. Don't get scared with automation. It used to be something that, only a few people did. Now, so many people do automations that it's free. It's literally free. There's plenty of companies out there that you can do this with. It's a challenge to set it up, but once it's set up, it's free and it just runs. So think of this. Think of you contacted somebody, you met them at a networking meeting or her, and you put it into your funnel, and then for the next 12 months, you talk to this person via email 24 times. Every other week they got some sort of email. And actually what we do in this program is I'm giving you a template of all those 24 emails so you can write them all out. You have to change a few things with your name, but you just write them all out and enter them into this software thing. And if that freaks you out about sending it into software things, there's plenty of people and plenty of sites that you can outsource this information to. If you don't know how to manage the software, there's somebody that will do it for you for $8 an hour. So all you do is take all the information that we put together here, write it all out so you know what you're selling, you know how to sell it, you know your script, you know your emails that are going out, you know the follow-ups, you have them all there in a pile, give them to somebody else to compile it all for $8 an hour. They put them in the sequence, see you later, potato. Then you wake up in the morning and all you're thinking about is how do I get more people in the pipeline? And you can do what you love again. And you can be talking about your business again. One of the main things about cold calling is not necessarily that you're going to get a whole lot of people on the phone, but you're going to leave a lot of messages too. And when you leave these messages, you're reiterating your pitch over and over again. Not so much that they're going to call you back and believe you, but that you're going to say it so many times to yourself that you're going to start believing it. And when you start telling people, what we do is we help your company get more customers over and over again, you start to believe it, and it starts to create a passion. And that passion creates a story and a customer, and that customer creates a story, and that story becomes your email, and that email becomes your salesperson. Those constant emails become the best salesperson in the world. The type of salesperson that's not afraid to ask for the order. And the type of salesperson that can deliver their message to 100 people while you're out acquiring more people to put into the pipeline. Isn't that magic? You don't need to hire a salesperson. You need to write it. And you have that delivered on a consistent basis. Just yesterday, and today is, what day is today? Today is, it's the end of January 2019. Just yesterday, I got a phone call from a gentleman who All sorts of stuff had gone on in his life, and I hadn't heard from him in 3 years. But 3 years ago, somehow we met somewhere or something happened, and he got into my pipeline. And he's been getting emails ever since. And he said, you know what? It's time for me to start building my business. I got divorced. I lost half the company. I need to build it up again. What can we do? My email sold. I met this guy once, maybe in person, or maybe I didn't even meet him. But he knows me. In fact, he called me Deej. He goes, hey, Deej, I've been getting your emails. I wonder if you can help me. I'm his best friend, and I sold him. I didn't sell him. The words did. It wasn't even a sale anymore, and that's exactly what will happen to you. So the process is build your funnel, get a sequence of emails. In the program that we do, there's 24 copyright-free templates. So these templates, you can just change a few things, use them for yourself, and develop your own stories as you go along. And how you develop these stories is you have different titles. You just create a title of what this email is going to be, not what's interesting to you. If you're a CPA, who cares about CPA stuff? Somebody else is worried about their business and how to save taxes and all that stuff. So you talk about what they're interested. What I do is I create, there's 48 different titles here that you can create your own stories and your own emails for. And more importantly, different subject lines. The subject lines is what you put on the top of your emails. The fact is, if nobody opens it, doesn't matter what you write. So make sure you write good subject lines. Here's a tip. A good one is good news. I mean, everybody clicks on good news, don't they? So that's it. So imagine that. Imagine you get a great pipeline. You have your whole automation set up. You have your pitch and your scripts. And you know when you meet people or you talk to them on the phone, you know exactly how to get them there. And now you're rolling. Things are just consistent. And then you want to kick it up a notch. And how you kick up, and this is what the big boys do. And this is how you dominate your market. You have time to think about what you really do, and you have time to create offers that are going to attract all your existing clientele into action. And what that is called is a campaign. And the campaign is what you do, the extra thing. And that's how you start making the big bucks in those campaigns, which is exactly what we're going to talk about on the next video, which is the third part of the program. Now, if you're getting excited by this already and you're interested and you want to go ahead and get the whole program started, I'm sure there's something to click around there or there or there or there for you to get started. All sorts of guarantees. You'll read the whole thing. But the money is in the campaigns. It's a little extra, but it's probably worth it. I'll see you on the next video.